Hello, this is Lolly. I'm here today to do a review of the We Are Memory Keepers staple board. Now, usually they're these similar products, we call them punch boards. This is not a punch board, it's a staple board. I want to show you this. Now, I just got it, I've been playing with it, and I want you to be part of it as I play with it some more and discover. I want to show you what they have. It's 3 staplers on this magnetic board. There's a large, medium, small. You see them here. They thought of everything. I mean, it holds on well. They are magnetized to the board. You can remove them. And then this one in the center is where you're going to be doing your stapling. So this comes off. It's magnetized as well. Okay. And then if you can see this, it says medium, large, small. So there's a little button in the back that you push. You push that up and turn it so that the one you want is on top. So let's see, small, we'll do small. Okay, and then this goes on there like that, but first you're going to put your paper down there. So just as an example, and I said small, we're going to use the small, so because I said that, I want to put those away so I don't get confused. I'll just grab a piece of scrap paper here to show you, and we're going to put this on there. The beauty of this stapler is it can go anywhere. If you have a short stapler, you know it can't reach into the paper. If you have a 12-inch paper, or even right in the center of this, we could use this because it's just all magnetized and goes where you want. So then you put your stapler right in there, up against the edge there, okay? And then just staple normally, okay? Take that off, and there you have it. Now again, this is the small. You'll notice it's blue. What I do want to point out, and we'll see if we can focus in here. Can you see that the blue is not on the right side anymore? Right there. It's a silver staple with blue coloring on it, and when you push the staple down, the blue coloring pops up. And this isn't just a glitch. This has happened every time I have stapled with the colored staples from them. Okay. So that's just a minor problem, but you know, you get colored staples, you think it's pretty cute, but then you really can't use them. While I'm mentioning staples, I want to show you this little drawer. They thought of everything. They've got a little drawer here that holds the staples. So the small, medium, and large, and you can get, I think, 2 of the smalls in here, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's nice to have them there. However, I have been looking online as well. I can't determine if they have any staple refills available for this, so you know, the jury's still out on that. Okay, let's play around again. I want to show you another item on this, and that is that there's 2 little arrows right here, there and there, and those will enable you to put your staple exactly where you want it if it has to go on a line. Okay, so I have that there. You just pull the paper around like this until you get it where you want it. Right there. Okay. Now you put we still have the small in there, so we'll put that in there. It's easier for me to turn it when I do it. There you go. When I do it this way, I just don't feel like I'm getting coordinated enough. And there you go. Now see, this could be operator error. I got it just a teeny bit above that line, but still very close, and it's very it's evenly above the line. It's not cattywampus like this. Okay, let's play around with maybe medium. There we go. Now let's put the medium one in here. And let's play around with this. I'm going to play around with this and say, what if I'm doing something that isn't paper? Let's see how it does with this ribbon here. Okay. Let's put that ribbon on there. This way. It's easy to forget. Okay, so we've got that. Medium, and I already have all my staples in these, so all right, that went beautifully. Not a hitch in the world there. Beautiful. Now these are silver staples, so they are not colored. You're not going to lose the color when you staple it. Nice closure in the back. Okay, so it went through ribbon just fine. All right, now I did already play with the large, and I want to tell you that I found it very difficult. Part of the problem is that these staples, let's see if I can show you this, they are really wide staples. They're very strong, and so you're pushing that through a stapler. It's going to be a little harder to do. And I have something a little thicker. I have watercolor paper with cardstock on top of that and more cardstock on top of that. So let's see how this does. Now, when I was playing around with this at first, all I had was a thin piece of paper. So I'm lining this up with my arrows, how I said before. I'm going to put the large in here. Okay, let's try. I did notice when I was playing with this at first that I had it on my lap. There you go, a nice firm surface. Now, I do see though that this is doing the same thing it did when I was playing around with it on my lap, and I want to see if I can zoom in here. Okay, do you see how that is crooked? There, that's a good look. Whoops, just lost the view. Right there. Okay, this is what it did the first time. It's not put into all the paper there this way. This is in the paper, and this is actually folded above the paper, not into the paper. Now look at the back. See that? It seems, oops, sorry. It seems to be a problem with the actual base here, the base right here, and not the stapler. It's hard to say. And I noticed on the first one that I did, right here, it just totally broke off of the paper. So I don't know, I can't see any defect in this at all, but this one did the exact same thing that my first one did. So this side curled under, this side curled out, and then it just broke completely off my paper. This one is in there, but it's not attractive. So again, it could just be a defect in my particular one, but I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a really, really fat staple. It's a really cool look, and I wish this would work. So, like I said, I haven't had any success with this one so far. But the first time I was doing it on my lap, and I thought it was just operator error, and as you can see now, this one is doing the same thing that the first one did. So that's something to be concerned about. What about if we have several sheets of paper? This is a very firm file folder. And I've added about 4 sheets or so of printer paper there, and I want to staple along here and make it into a little notebook. So I think I want this back on medium. The large would be decorative, but it's not going to work for me as far as, you know, getting through this. Okay, medium. So I want to get that on there. This is going to be a problem here because it's going to stick to the magnets. I'm going to move this over here and see if that works. Okay, so you just have to push it down, and then, like I said, you just guide the paper on here. Actually, we need to have 2 staples. Let's put one on this end. Okay, where's the medium? Not hard at all. Went right on the line. Let's lift this up so instead of sliding it over my staple. Okay, that one. Put back in there. Oh, that one I felt like I slid as I felt like I moved the stapler as I went down on it. So it didn't quite get as perfect of a lineup, but they are there. They're right in the middle. Another thing I could have done instead of drawing this line, but I drew the line so that you could see it, is I could have just scored the whole thing, you know, before I started, and that way I could have seen my score line and known that I was right on target there. So let's just do a score here up to the staples so that we can fold. And you see I have a little notebook there. Okay. Cute. Okay, I can stick that in a pocket in a journal. It'll be really cute. So it's kind of hard to say at this point. I think it's a really, really good idea. I think that there's a little problem with the execution, especially on the large one. So how about we just try again, and I'm just going to use 2 pieces of this watercolor paper because that's nice and thick. Let's put this back on large. Give this a... It's locked in place. We're going to give this a second, third chance. It's locked in place. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong there. Okay, that's in there. Large snaps into place. With the large one, the back magnet secures here. With these ones, not quite so much, but it does fit in the round area. It shouldn't slide. I think I had made a mistake before. Let's try again. Oh, it slid. I see what I did that time. Because I'm in camera and I can't lean over my work, when I staple, I'm leaning at an angle and I'm pushing so hard that I'm actually sliding the magnets off their base. And that's what I did when I was doing the second staple here. So what I'm going to do is try this again, but try to come straight down on it. That one did exactly the same thing. Left side curled above the paper, left side went that way. Okay. So I had taken off camera, I had pushed straight down, and it still slid one way or the other. I'm just really having a difficult time getting this one done. But I think overall, that's a great product, and I will definitely be using these two for sure. May still be using this, but I'll have to keep playing and try to get that to work. And I do not know, again, about the refills. If you know of a refill for these, other than just getting from just any staple from an office supply store, let me know, especially these large ones. I'm not sure where we could find those. So that's the staple board, and it's still a great benefit because, as I said, if you needed a staple right in the middle, like a 12-inch piece of paper, you could do it because you just put the board right under the middle there, like that, and you could staple right there. So don't forget, you can always follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/lollipalooza, and subscribe to my blog at lollipalooza.net.